Local convenience stores, like this Krauser's behind me, have always had an increased threat of robberies. However, many local Hamden stores now have to increase their security and awareness.
Sometimes the puck has a mind of its own, but tonight the Bobcats couldn't control the bounces.
The Quinnipiac women's ice hockey team lost to the Princeton Tigers 5-1 in the first round of the ECAC hockey playoffs. They have more games over this weekend, but losing the first game away from home, certainly a tough defeat. Connor Ullathorne and Mike Dalton on the rebound. And Mike, how would you evaluate this first loss for the Bobcats?
Women's ice hockey heading up to Orono, Maine this weekend to take on the Black Bears. Last year, they opened up their season at home versus Maine, losing twice. Coming into this weekend's matchup, Cass Turner only has one thing on her mind that she wants her team to work on.
The Quinnipiac Bobcats lost 4-1 today against the Cornell Big Red, ranked number 4 nationally in the nation. Connor Ullathorne and Ryan Flaherty on the rebound. And Ryan, we've seen the Bobcats working on their neutral zone pressure and forward check lately over the past couple weeks. How do you think it did today? The Quinnipiac Bobcats won 2-1 over the Colgate Raiders Friday night. Despite the win, head coach Cass Turner immediately wants to hit the reset button.
It may not be a detail on the ice, but it's a mental detail, and to kind of hit the reset button and play with that same confidence. And you know, Cornell's a good team. They play fast. You know, they play differently than Colgate, but they play a fast game. So I think for us, we have to be sure that we hit that reset button and that we're ready to truly pressure them and take advantage of the opportunities that we get.
For us, we've been playing a big team game, and we've been focusing on the little things. And leading into tomorrow, Cornell doesn't know how we've been playing and what we've done the last few months. So I think we're really going to take it to them.
For us, we gotta remember that tomorrow's a new day.
Quinnipiac playing another game tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. versus number 4 Cornell Big Red. From the Frank Perotti Jr. Arena, Connor Ullathorne, Q30 Sports.
Local convenience stores, like this Krauser's behind me, have always had an increased threat of robberies. However, many local Hamden stores now have to increase their security and awareness.
3 commercial stores in Hamden were robbed at gunpoint on Monday, October 26th. A Hamden police report stated that Krauser's on Fairview Avenue, Nick's Package Store on State Street, and French-Italian Imports on Circular Avenue were all robbed at gunpoint. Krauser's was robbed at approximately 4:20 in the afternoon, and the other 2 liquor stores were robbed by 2 males dressed in dark clothing around 8:30 and 8:50 at night. The 2 suspects were last seen fleeing towards Notkin Street. Nobody was shot during the robberies, but according to the report, clerks at the stores were held at gunpoint and hit on the head. The report also did not say how much money was stolen from each store. Even though local stores are so close to Quinnipiac University, students at the school are not concerned with their safety off campus.
I think Quinnipiac does a really good job at protecting our student body and making this a very safe environment by kind of eliminating the scares of what's going on outside of our campus.
I just want to be able to feel safe when I am outside, when possible.
Some students think having an increased police presence might help deter potential crimes, but simpler steps can make it easier to keep stores safe without relying on law enforcement.
The problem is definitely hard to deal with, especially because it's been happening so much, but I think that the insertion of more cameras would be beneficial.
Another small step that you can do to help out your community is to speak up. And if you have any information regarding these robberies, make sure to contact the Hamden Police Department. Reporting live from Hamden, Connor Ullathorne, QNN. Back to you 2 at the desk.
Hockey, a game of bounces, inches, and puck luck. All 3 of those factors were in play when Harvard bounced the Quinnipiac women's ice hockey team in Hamden 3-2 in overtime.
Sometimes the puck has a mind of its own, but tonight the Bobcats couldn't control the bounces.
We bounced back. We didn't start the second period the way we wanted to. Weirdly, we scored, and it's a funny thing about hockey. When you're playing well, sometimes you don't score, and sometimes when you're not playing well, you do.
Harvard struck in the first period with Keely Moy chopping a bouncing puck into the net, just sneaking the puck past goalie Abby Ives. Quinnipiac will get their own luck on the power play in the second. Sarah Ev Kutugadbu gets a rebound off goalie Lindsay Reed, and she just taps the puck past a sophomore netminder. Not even 30 seconds later, Kat Hughes gets a rebound off Ives, another goal from a rebound off a pad in the game, and it won't be the last. In the third, Quinnipiac has had the puck bounce over sticks and off the post. Katie Tabin forces a puck over the line after hitting every player in front of the net, and she forces overtime. In overtime, Annie Bloomer gets a rebound off Ives and wins the game for the Crimson. Head coach Castaner says there were good bright spots on the ice.
I think there were great periods of the game where we dominated the play, where we had possession of the puck. We were forcing them to defend, and, we got to do a better job getting to the net and getting off the boards and creating more in those moments.
The Bobcats take a road trip to the Empire State where they take on RPI on Friday and Union on Saturday. Reporting from the Frank Perotti Jr. Arena, Connor Ullathorne, Q30 Sports. That's right. Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont says that a possible second wave of COVID-19 is coming. In a press conference earlier this week, Lamont says the state has only 150,000 tests ready to go, but he's ready to ramp up that number as needed. He also said the state has a stockpile of personal protective equipment, and he says the state is prepared better than before.
We are ready for what's happening, but nothing can make us more ready than have each and every one of you take this, continue to take this seriously a little bit longer.
COVID-19 has killed over 200,000 people. Doctors and health officials advise people to watch out for a different type of second wave with the rise in mental health and substance use disorders. A June 2020 survey from the CDC found that 41% of respondents reported one or more behavioral or mental health conditions, ranging from substance use, symptoms, or depressions, or suicidal thoughts, which is up to 3 to 4 times as much as last year. Johnson & Johnson paused their COVID-19 clinical trials earlier this week. This is due to a patient coming down with an unexplained illness. The company said in a statement that the company did not say what the illness was, but one point of the trial is to find out if the vaccine causes any dangerous side effects. They become the second company to pause trials in the United States after a trial by AstraZeneca was paused in September. While one vaccine has been paused, the CDC recommends everyone 6 months or older gets a flu vaccine this year. While it won't protect you from COVID-19, it will be extremely important to avoid influenza this year. Having the illness can lower your ability to fight the virus, and doctors and hospitals won't have to face the extra sick patients in the midst of the pandemic. Guys, I know we've been talking about the flu shots a lot in the past couple weeks, but Will and Jennifer, make sure you both get one of those before the flu season starts to protect yourself and the others around you. Quinnipiac forces a turnover, then Katie Taven shoots from the point. And check out this tip from Grace Markey. Look at that, between her own legs, her first goal of the year, putting the Bobcats up 1-0 over the Raiders. Women's ice hockey take in on the Province Friars in their home opener on Parents' Weekend. Boomer the Bobcat, he's ready for the hockey season, and we'll get it started with the puck drop in the first period. In the first period, Bobcats on the power play. Sarah Kutsu-Godlu, she'll get the puck behind the net. Now you see her, and now you don't. She wraps the puck home for the first goal of the day, 1-0 Quinnipiac. Things do seem to be looking up, Kay. But while it was mandatory for students to have more than one negative test to come on campus, professors and faculty members were not required to be tested.
Dominant Princeton team going to take the first win here, looking for the second win as the sun sets on the Hobie Baker Arena. I'm Connor Ullathorne and Mike Dalton on the rebound. Zamboni cleaning the ice for the last time here in Hamden for about a month. Connor Ullathorne and Ryan Flaherty on the rebound.